We might as well tell a story, right? This is about how my brother literally betrayed me, bro. Bro did me so dirty. I didn't talk to him for a whole month after this. This was back when I was like 6 or 7, so this was like some time ago. So me and my older cousin was always competing. We always would try to see who was prettier, who was faster, who had the more friends. We went to different schools, so she would come over to my house like every weekend. So one day we were competing and I said, let's have a singing competition because I was sure that I knew how to sing. I didn't. But I was like, oh, this would definitely show her that I'm better than her. Like, I got this in the bag, right? We would record on the phone so that way we didn't get nervous and it didn't affect the score. And whoever won, I guess, was the better cousin or whatever I thought back then. I remember the exact song I sung was Don't Mind by Kent Jones because I don't know. And so I passed her the phone with a huge smile on my face and I was like, okay, listen to that. And so she listened to it and she said, this is good, but I can do better. I was like, okay, I got it, but okay. So she comes out the room and she goes, so I'm listening to it, right? And so I hear her sing a song with the cuss word in it. And I was like, oh, I didn't know this was part of the thing. Saying curse words was a crime punishable by death in my household. Or even worse, getting spanked with the black belt. So slowly, it just turned into a contest of how many cuss words we knew and can say in 1 minute. So we filled up my phone with recordings until I had no storage left. And the worst thing is, we just called it a draw. Like, nobody even won whatever there was to win. Okay, so fast forward after they all left. I decided to play one of the recordings out loud in front of my brother. I don't know if I wanted to seem cool or what, but he didn't react to it. So I go on about my business until I hear my name called. Now it's my full government name, so I knew something was up. I go downstairs and see my brother with my phone in his hand and my parents sitting in front of them. So my dad made me play them out loud in front of them. Then he called my grandma and my aunt over to listen to them. And then he called my school and told them that I can't go on the field trip the next day. Years later, we're joking about it, right? And I asked him why he did it. He said because I ate his last piece of his Hawaiian gum that day. I mean, it was the good kind, but still. I have so many stories of my brother being a menace for no reason. Like one time he pushed me into the foam pit at Sky Zone and just did a backflip on top of me. Or that time where he decided that he didn't want to finish the monkey bars and he just dropped and he landed on me. I dislocated my shoulder, but I was actually kind of happy because I had to wear a cast.
Story time on how I almost got kidnapped. I was 15 and I was supposed to be meeting my friend to go watch a movie. We're gonna meet each other halfway to meet in an Uber, okay? I had to walk like maybe a 10-minute walk. Keep in mind, it's 8 o'clock at night in Long Beach, and if you're from Long Beach, then you know. I get to the place where I'm supposed to meet my friend, and I do not see my friend. But as I'm walking past like the final intersection, there's an alley right here, and I see a guy coming my way. So as a 15-year-old girl, I'm scared, and I just got bad vibes, okay? I'm walking, and then we cross past, and we look each other dead in the eye, and I literally jump. He looks at me, and he was like, I'm not even gonna do anything to you. I give him the old, and I keep walking like I'm booking it. I'm scared at this point. He turns around, and he says, you know what? Actually, hold on. He's following me. He is following me, and it's dark, and the alley is right there. So he could just drag me, take me into the alley. It was like, keep walking. There's someone follow me. Where's the Uber? And my friend goes, the Uber is right there. The Uber was like literally 2 steps away, and the guy is still following me behind me, just saying, hey, hold on, come here, vente. And I'm just like, I'm crying. I'm bawling at this point. He followed us all the way to the Uber, and we get in the Uber, and I'm literally bawling my eyes out because I am so scared. I'm 15 years old. I'm scared, and this guy is off drugs or something on the street. This is a lesson to all the 15-year-old girls out there. Don't walk at night and get a ride. Girlies out there, stay safe and God bless.
So my teacher had this big jar on her desk. It had pennies in it. I'm 13. I'm curious. In the middle of math class, I go, what is that for? What's that jar for? She goes, that's pennies for peace. I go, pennies for peace? She goes, pennies for peace. I'm 13. I'm a Leo. And when God made me, he left out the embarrassment part in my brain. I took it upon myself to be the leader of Pennies for Peace. Nobody nominated me. Nobody told me I had to do it. I wanted to become the leader. The next day comes. We're in class. I am harassing students. Do you have a penny? You have to have a penny somewhere. Find a penny. I asked the teacher if I could take the bucket full of pennies off her desk. She goes, yes. I start walking around, shaking the jar of pennies, and going up to every single student in my classroom, asking for pennies for peace. This is when my teacher decides to tell me that it is actually a competition with other homeroom classes. I'm in 7th grade. Did I mention I'm a Leo? I was made for this moment. You will never believe what I did in class the next day. Go to part 2. I get home from school motivated. I'm 13 years old thinking about a sales pitch. How am I going to get these students to give me pennies? When all of a sudden it hits me, I got to get on their level. I got to be entertaining. I'm going to write a song. But how do you write a song, Taylor? You write a poem and then you sing it. I wrote a poem called Pennies for Peace. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Again, I was not nominated for this. This was not a thing that I needed to do. I took this Pennies for Peace and decided I was going to be the face of it. I go to school the next day. I had been harassing the students in my class for a couple days now. They knew I was coming. The teacher allotted me like 10 minutes at the end of each class to harass students for pennies. For peace, of course. I'm going down the aisle of desks with the bucket. One by one, they're all putting in their pennies. I go up to this one kid. He takes out 7 pennies. I go hand him over. For peace, of course. He takes one from the bunch, puts it in the jar. I go, what are you doing? This is pennies for peace. He goes, no, these are for the rest of the days. I had harassed my own colleagues into a payment plan. For peace, of course. This is when I let my teacher know that I have a performance that I want to share with the class. She goes, performance? I mean, sure, why not? Go to part 3. I get up in front of my entire math class to perform a song that I wrote for Pennies for Peace that I was not required nor nominated nor asked to do. The teacher goes, the floor is yours, Taylor. When I say I wrote a song, it wasn't a country song. It wasn't a commercial jingle. I wrote a rap/hip hop song called Pennies for Peace. Yes, I did. I get up in front of the class. I go, it's pennies for peace. You better call the police, 'cause there's gonna be an increase in pennies for peace. You don't need $1. Don't you holler. All you need is a penny, not a nickel or dime. Donate now. Don't waste any time. It's pennies for peace. Get it? The peace. Nobody clapped. Not a single person clapped. I was proud. I lacked all secondhand embarrassment. I lacked any gene or neurological function to tell me that that was so embarrassing. And then I proceeded to walk around the class with my bucket of pennies, asking for more pennies because I just performed for them. Yeah. We did end up winning. Yes, we did. They did announce me at the school assembly. I still have the original lyrics written in a composition journal by 13-year-old me. I do.